For 5 years, I've been a fapper. 5 years. I watched two people have sex on a screen, and that's how I got off. That's how I would spend most of my day. I've told myself many, many times that I wanted to quit. I've wanted to quit for so long, and one day I would tell myself, I'm gonna stop. This is wrong, and I'm not gonna do it anymore. And a day later, I'd be back in my bed fapping. This was an endless cycle for 2 years of me just telling myself, I want to stop. I need to stop. I need to stop. Just relapse after relapse after relapse. And every time I did it, I just was filled with this shame, just disgust in myself. But I just couldn't stop. I just couldn't. And then I stumbled across NoFap, and that did help a bit. It helped me a bit because NoFap gave me more of a perspective on what porn was and how they make porn addictive to people. But porn wasn't the only addiction that I had. I was also addicted to sugar. I was addicted to smoking weed at the time as well. Like, I would smoke. It wasn't as bad, but I would smoke 3 times a week with my friends when I didn't want to, and I was just such hell at that time, and I was not happy. You wouldn't think I was a happy person because I just wanted to quit all of these things. But let's get into what I did to get rid of these addictions. So first we're gonna get into the science of these addictions, because I've been reading this book I read this book about twice. It's called The Power of Habit. It's a really good book. It basically goes in depth about how we build habits throughout the day and how we could break and make habits. So I'm gonna first talk about what that book is mainly talking about. So basically, our brain forms habits based off what we do on a daily basis. So if we continuously do something, our brain is going to get used to that action. And especially if we get like a certain reward of it, especially like dopamine, like a feeling, our brain is going to pull us more towards it. So basically, yeah, the more stuff you do, let's say for example, every day you go for a walk at 6 p.m. and you do that for like 4 months, you're gonna feel like you need to walk at 6 p.m. every day because it's a habit now. Like, you have to do it. Same with the gym. It's like, at first, like, it feels like this daunting experience. It's scary. I'm gonna get sore. Like, what if I won't? What if people look at me? But now it's just, you just go. And that's because your brain is used to you going now. Now it's like you already conquered it, so it's fine. But basically, how we form habits or how we like gain addictions and habits is, there's this triangle effect that we have. So right here we have a cue, a routine, and a reward. Our cue is basically like, let's say for example, fast food. We smell fast food, we smell certain fast food. Let's say we smell chicken, then our routine is that we go to the store, get the chicken, and then when we eat it, we get that reward of dopamine in eating the chicken, making sure it's good, But basically, this is how all addictions and habits are formed. So say for example, porn, you're horny, you go on Pornhub, and then you get your sexual needs satisfied on that website. And that's how we form addictions and habits. So what we need to do though is we need to change to this right here, which is routine. We need to change that. We need to change what we do with the routine. So let's say instead of when we get horny, we jerk off, we do 100 push-ups, talk to a girl that we think is attractive, or we just go outside. We need to change this and every time you get that cue, like you get that feeling of horniness, or you get horny, just go outside quick. I mean, if you have to sprint, but we need to change that, and we need to keep on doing that over and over and over again. And the more we do it, the more our brain's gonna get used to us, doing that action. And I recommend you actually do something that gives you dopamine as well, like, or give you satisfaction in a way. Like, so if you do 100 push-ups, you're gonna feel great, man. you're gonna feel great. Let's say you go for a run, you're gonna feel great after that. So I recommend you do these hard tasks because that dopamine is gonna get supplemented by these hard tasks. So anyways, yeah, that's the science behind addictions. And the next thing I want to get into is mindset. Mindset is super important for this, man, because imagine I'm gonna give you two scenarios or like two perspectives. So let's say I'm like this, hey man, I'm just trying to get rid of my pornography addiction. Instead of someone who's like, I'm not a fapper anymore. I don't fap. It's bad for you. So I'm not gonna do it. So I'm not doing it. So you see how powerful the second scenario is? Imagine every time you're talking to someone and let's say you have a really good friend, you open up about your porn addiction and you're just like, yeah, like I'm trying to get rid of. No, you're gonna feel down. You're gonna identify yourself as a fapper, and it's not good for you, for your mind. If you say I'm not a fapper anymore, I don't do it, then it's a lot more powerful because now you're identifying yourself as not a fapper, and you know that now you're in a better place because like now your words are very powerful. They're very powerful. So if you reaffirm yourself every time that, look, I'm not a fapper, or I'm an athlete, or I don't eat junk food, it's gonna become true. But you have to do it with action as well. You can't just say that and do it the next day. But if you genuinely just change your mindset, it will help. It's going to help. So next, what we're gonna do is how you can build certain habits. Most likely right now, if you have an addiction, like say junk food, pornography, smoking weed, most likely your lifestyle is not the best. You don't have good habits. You feel like something's missing in your life. So that's why you need to like go to this substance or this habit, this bad habit that's bad for you. You need it, most likely because you don't have that much going on in the day. So what you need to do is you need to start building new habits or make new friends or find new activities to do. Because if you really were getting things done, would you really need to jerk off? If you really had a girlfriend or you're hanging around with a lot of girls, you wouldn't really need to jerk off. Maybe if you just love doing it, then do it. You know, if you can do it, if you can do it once a week, go ahead and do it. But people like me, I can't do that. But anyways, you need to build certain habits so that you could have more going on with the day, and that's what's the most important. So anyways, yeah. Next is discipline. You need to be disciplined, man. And I know this is hard. This is very, it's easier said than done. But discipline is so important when it comes to getting rid of this addiction or your addiction that you want to get rid of. Because there's going to be so many days where you're just going to have to be like, no, I don't want to do it. And you need to tell your brain to shut the fuck up. I remember so many times when I was trying to get rid of this pornography addiction, I would have to tell my brain so many times, shut the fuck up, I don't need this. And I got rid of it. But you can do the same. You just need to know what's right and what's wrong. You need to tell your brain that, look, I'm not going to be happy in the future. Stop telling me to do this, and you'll be good. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say for this video. If you have any strategies for how to get rid of addictions, leave it down in the comments. Bye.